Welcome to the Juicy Bits and Things podcast, where we offer women a space to find the courage to not feel guilty when saying no to others. Through consistency, setting boundaries, and creating sustainable habits, it permits them to walk away with the win. Creating this win just means we show up for ourselves first. Welcome back. I am your host, Allenia Renee, and this is an exciting time for a lot of people. I want to, if you are just joining the podcast, I don't know if you will be hearing this after Valentine's Day, but those of you that have been rolling and rocking with me for the past 2 years, you know I really do not celebrate Valentine's Day. I really feel very strongly about self-love. Evolution went from thinking that Valentine's Day, that one day was so significant and he had to blow things out of the water, to the point of, why am I okay with this one day him stepping up his game and showing me how special I am, when there's 364 other days that he's not really doing anything that made me feel special. But then as I really start diving in, I said, is it him or is it me? And the point was that I started really focusing on Allenia. And I'm not saying I did it right all the time. What I did do is I learned. Each year I learned. And then I came to this resolve that he was only doing what I allowed and what I okayed and what I attracted. That's what he did. See, a lot of people don't realize what you put out there is what you receive. What you okay is what you get. Then all of a sudden when you get tired, they're wrong. And it's not that they're wrong. They're being who they are. We okayed it for a while, and then once we didn't want that or didn't like that, we told them, no, I'm not going to accept this. You need to treat me better. But you have to treat you better before anyone else can treat you better. And that's when I started saying that no, Valentine's Day is really my time, my yearly kind of, I guess you could say, revitalization, reconnection with me. My self-love does kind of a revamp on my physical year, which is Valentine's, during that time. So I say happy self-love day. I don't want to digress because I really want to stay on topic, but I wanted to say that happy self-love day. I hope that you, one, carry it on throughout the rest of the year up until February 14th again, and then you reevaluate what areas that you can do better at loving you and showing yourself what you need to show self-love. Because as we grow, as you know, did I just rhyme? But as we grow, some things will change in our routine, our repertoire of what we consider to be self-love. But the question that I have for you today is, do you believe in yourself? This was one of the questions that I had asked myself repeatedly. And I think over the past 2 years, this question became more prevalent when I became an entrepreneur. And I had moments where I wasn't sure if I was questioning, do I believe in me? Or do I believe that this is what God wants for my life? Went deep on myself so many times. And I noticed that I would say words like, I would hope, I hope that this idea makes money, and I hope that this person will want to collaborate with me, and I hope this and I hope that. I'm like, come on, Allenia. Hope and believe in yourself is two different things. I believe that these ideas that I have been given were given to me by God, so why am I not believing in myself? Started questioning every time something did not go the way that I thought, and I ended up where I found myself thinking that it was a mistake I made. So I would go over it 1,000 times in my head. Then I came to the conclusion that there are no mistakes in our life. It's just decisions. Decisions that we make, and that we have a destiny. And loving ourselves is part of that destiny. When we don't operate in that destiny, I know I found myself being more frustrated with the business, not making money, frustrated with maybe how my husband may say something when he wasn't trying to diminish what I was doing. He was just trying to understand. I became more stressed out all the time. I started feeling so anxious about things. And I'm like, Allenia, what is your problem? Stop. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that this is the direction you're supposed to be going? Are you listening to what God has placed in you? And you need to be asking yourself those questions too. Sometimes we sit up there and we do things and we're not listening. When it tells you to stop, stop. When it tells you to go, go. It may not look the way you want, but do you notice when you believe in your idea, your concept, believe in yourself that this was meant for you to do? Do you notice how the pieces just overlap? But when I don't listen to my gut or my instinct, if I don't listen to it, whatever you want to call it, I get distracted. And I noticed that when I really think about when I didn't do my best, I became distracted. Distracted in my overwhelm. I was distracted in being, flustered. I was distracted in stress. I was distracted by money. I was distracted by so many things. And those things led me to making really poor decisions and not showing myself self-love. It made me get in the wrong marriage. It made me, make a decision about a job that I really didn't even want, that was paying me less than what I was worth. I got distracted. I made poor financial decisions, which led me to have bad credit. These are real things that throw you off your path. Though these things distract you, understand that they are not mistakes. These are things that are needed because it's taking you to the place that you need to go. You're just understand when something in your eyesight fails. It's not that you're a failure. It's just that it's God's way or the universe's way of saying that, hey, you got distracted. That's not the way you need to go. So I'm going to take these things out your life. I'm going to take that man out of your life. I'm going to take that relationship, that friendship. I'm going to take that job away. So I'm going to lay you off. you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take that car because you couldn't afford it in the first place. Got a little distracted, girlfriend. Understand that the things that fail aren't truly failures. It's just, hey, you're now being directed different. You're now being pushed in a totally different direction, the direction that you should be going in. Oprah Winfrey did a interview, and one of the things that she said that really resonated with me, that really pertains to this discussion today, is you get as much from your losses as you do from your victory. Losses are there to wake you up. And I'm like, you couldn't have said it better, Oprah. So the bottom line is, however your intuition or your self-talk or your gut, whatever that sounds like to you or what it says to you, mine says, girl, stop. Don't do that. What does yours say? Listen to it. What I'm trying to do today is help reignite your self-love for yourself or wherever, what place that you are in. And if you're not believing in yourself, start believing in yourself. That's part of self-love. I really want you to work on avoiding during your reconnection with your self-love is to understand, don't get completely thrown off by things that may happen to you. Bad grade does not mean that you are not meant to be whatever it is that you're in school to do. That lawyer, that doctor, that business woman or man, that teacher. Bad grades don't mean that. Just means that, you know what? What distracted you? What do you need to change? And do better. It doesn't mean that you need to come out of the profession. Just means that maybe that class have to work a little bit harder. Study in a different place. Study at a different time. Get a tutor. That's all that means. Right? Or it could mean that, hey, you didn't put enough effort. But it's meant as a learning lesson. Not getting a call back on an interview that you went to where you thought, you know what, I knocked that out of the park. But they don't call you back. Don't get thrown off course because of that. Just means that that isn't the place that you're supposed to be in. If you get a divorce or you break up with someone that you've been dating for years, yes, you're going to mourn the loss of being around that person. But also celebrate and accept that, hey, maybe they aren't supposed to be where you're going. 6 times out of 10, if you really look at it, the person that you're not with, that you spent years being okay with, that you settled with because they were convenient, because I did that. I didn't enjoy being around them like that. They just were convenient company. And I didn't feel like going back out there dating. But that was not who was supposed to be in my life. I kept wondering why they were putting me in a friend zone all the time. But instead of me walking away, I accepted it. I stayed. And soon, God was like, this is ridiculous. Girl, stop. And I had to deal with that. I would have never met my husband or been available for the love that he has for me if I stayed. I know we talked a lot today, and I just want to reignite that self-love and just give you a little something to hold on to and to work with. I just don't want you to get consumed and thrown off track and not believe in you when something doesn't go the way that you think it should. Understand that your life is bigger than just one experience in your life. All the experiences are required for you to walk in your destiny. In your destiny. And we all come to that at different points in our life. But hey, use this time for you. If you celebrate all week, happy self-love. If you only celebrate on that one day, happy self-love. Reconnect with you and believe in you, because I truly believe in you. All right, this was such a good show today. I certainly enjoy talking about self-love. I mean, when you're talking about consistency and you're talking about setting boundaries and you're discussing sustainable habits, when you're discussing those things, loving yourself is one of those things you need to be consistent with. Setting boundaries helps you to promote self-love and to protect you. And sustainability in what you do helps you to be able to show yourself love and forgiveness as you go along, and that compassion to, hey, okay, I didn't do it today, I can do it tomorrow. I didn't do it this hour, I can do it the next hour, but have that compassion. So head on over YouTube, Allenia Renee. I think you would enjoy a lot of the coaching episodes that I have on there. And I look forward to speaking to you next week. And remember, we change our thinking, and with that, we change how we feel, which ultimately changes our patterns of behavior. Because you should give to others your overflow. Your overflow, y'all. All right. Have a great week, and I look forward to speaking to you next Tuesday.